What's up, Modasuckas? Welcome to another episode of MODASUCKA Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Blackson. I'm never alone.
Hello, everyone. Thanks again for listening every week. I guess they love our voice, Michael Blackson. Maybe they listen to us before they go to sleep. I don't know. I listen to YouTube before I go to sleep. Like History Channel, boom, 1 minute gone.
Well, if anybody listens to us before they go to sleep, it's definitely not a woman and a man and his beautiful wife. I don't think they listen to us as maybe two men maybe listen to us before they fall asleep, or a lonely guy, probably a thief that just robbed a bank. Now he's in his bed sleeping alone with his money. I don't think there's no couple, not a normal beautiful couple, fall asleep on our voices. Okay, probably freaks, perverts, kidnappers, and run away, like kids that ran away from home.
How about them people listening to us while they're in traffic? We listen to ourselves while we're
because
in
they
traffic.
have no choice. And these bad friends, I don't think they really like us, man.
Yeah, we were just accidentally on the radio.
It's okay, man.
Well, thanks again.
God loves us. That's all that matters.
God loves you too, whoever you are. Drive safely.
What are you wearing today, Chinese best friend?
I'm wearing the clothes that I did not get from your friends.
Oh, no free clothes today.
I had to buy this myself, Michael Blackson.
For those who are listening, Chinese best friend get all the free clothes that I get that I don't wear.
Yeah, but you're supposed to wear it, not me. After I wore it, their value went down. They all went bankrupt.
Hey, don't worry. Very soon, you're going to be very valuable to them. You're going to be my Mr. Hand-Me-Down of Michael Blackson.
I'm going to have to lose at least 100 pounds.
Nah, I just tell them make a bigger size of my size. I usually wear like an extra medium. I just tell them they make you like a...
I'm extra large.
Yeah.
In a good day when I don't eat a lot of fried rice, I could be a large, but it's a little uncomfortable with the belly.
So you just wearing those clothes actually cost you money this week?
Yeah, my girlfriend. Shout out to my girlfriend. She bought it for
Chinese
me
best friend.
last Christmas.
She had a baby together. You got to get up for 3-4 years. How long you guys been together?
Oh, it's been a good 5 years, Michael.
Why is she still your girlfriend, Chinese best friend? Are you scared to commit to her?
Yeah, after you propose on national television, I feel like I'm gonna have to propose. Also,
you have a ring, or you want to borrow?
Yeah, can I borrow your ring?
I'll see if I get rather give the friendship. I gave her a promissory ring before the engagement ring. I'll see if I give you like you borrow that.
Michael Blackson, you hand me down clothes, not engagement rings, for goodness gracious. Yeah, thanks, Mike. We could talk about it after the show. I'll take it.
Okay. Thanks. I gotta talk to Rada because she likes that ring more than her engagement ring. And that ring was like freaking 10% of what the engagement ring cost. She liked that other ring better. I'm like, I could have saved a whole lot of money. I could have just tricked you.
She likes the cheaper version.
Took the ring off her hand while she was asleep and just give it to her the next day and just got on my knees and put on her other finger. Save myself.
I was going to propose, Michael Blackson, but after seeing your very sweet proposal, I don't think I could beat that.
Don't try to beat me, Chinese.
Yeah, that was like...
Just impress your Chinese people. What can you do to impress them? Like, can you like...
Eat more rice? I don't know, Mike.
Good. I'm glad you said it because I don't want no Chinese hate crime on me.
Chinese people are not listening to us right now. They have other things to do.
Like what?
I don't know. Probably like making Louis Vuitton bags or Honda Civic. I mean, we're shortage in vehicles right now.
There is shortage. COVID did fucked a lot of things up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, time for nigga news. This is a very sad news. We lost.
Sad news?
Yes, Colin Powell passed away.
When did he pass away?
Where the fuck do you care about black people, Chinese best friend?
I do, but I thought he was Donald Trump.
Well, you don't know much about it. Let me tell you, he's the first black Secretary of State and president of the Light Skin Committee. General Colin Powell has passed away. He was a strong, light-skinned brother, okay?
Yeah.
He was so tough, even Donald Trump didn't mess with him when he was alive.
Wow.
He was so bad that he was the only person in Congress who was Democrat, Republican, and independent. And nobody said shit to that nigga.
Wow.
He did everything, man. He was wherever the fuck he wanted to be.
He's the force to be not reckoned with.
Rest in peace, General.
Rest in peace.
Colin Powell.
Should have invited him to the podcast.
He was 8. You know what the thing about it? He was 84 years old. I didn't even look that old. He was 84.
Wow, that guy looks like he is at least like maybe 65.
Yes, he looks way younger than the president himself.
Yeah. How did he die, Michael Blackson?
They said complication to COVID. He was 84.
God.
I mean, he lived his life.
Yeah, he lived his life.
I mean, I pretty much 84. Would you want to go past 84, Chinese best friend? How old you want to live? How long?
I want to live to like maybe 125 if possible, but I don't.
This
think
is
that's
not the
possible.
biblical era, Chinese best friend. Okay, you're not gonna live past. By looking at the way your body's built, I'll give you 71 at tops.
Oh, thanks a lot, Michael Blackson. I was actually gonna say 58, but yeah, you added another 12 years.
Meanwhile, since my dick stopped working, I'm ready to be out. Check me out.
Huh? 180.
You think?
Yeah.
But I seen that Chinese thing. It was something I was watching. Is it like a tradition where the Chinese guy punched himself in the balls? You ever seen that video?
Oh, it makes you live longer.
Is that what it is?
I'm punching my shit in the balls.
No, they're hitting themselves in the balls with bricks. It's a video. Look, I'm telling you, Google it. Asian men punching themselves in the nuts.
I've heard of it. I've seen it before.
Yeah, what's that about? Is that
I've seen it in the Rush Hour movie, but not
the fucking Rush Hour. I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, I gotta research that more, Michael Blackson. That sounds very interesting.
You don't know shit about it? It's your
No,
people's.
I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen it, but I don't know what
it's about.
Tradition about.
Well, maybe it's very Chinese because you're Filipino.
Oh, because you know what? There's
Is it Vietnamese?
No, it's
Maybe
gotta
it's
be
from
Chinese.
Korea.
Maybe.
South.
But
Sudan.
there's a rule in China that you could only have a maximum of 2 kids. You can't have more than that.
What the fuck it has to do with them punching himself in the nuts?
So you can't have babies anymore.
So all those who have more than 2 kids had to punch themselves in the nuts.
Like a few times a day, maybe. That makes sense. I mean, right?
Imagine we had to do that in America. Oh, fucking Nick Cannon who had to punch himself in the face and his nuts, huh?
How many kids he got? I think he fathered 4 kids this year.
Yeah. You know the funny thing he said on his new show?
What?
He said he loved his kids so much that he gave each of them their own mother.
Wow.
It's like, Oprah, you can have a mother. You can have a mother. You can have a mother. You can have a mother.
What a very thoughtful man.
That's very unselfishness of him. Shout out to Nick Cannon, my homie.
He reminds me of that show that he does, Wildin' Out. He's wilding out all the time, Michael Blackson.
Yeah, he is a wilding out kid. Yes. All right. Well, you know what? Since we're talking about kids,
yeah,
I would guess it's somebody that knew me since I was a little kid.
Whoa.
Yes.
I can't wait to meet her.
I call her my parents' daughter, and she calls me.
Oh, that's the girl you're always putting your parents' daughter,
and she calls me her parents' son.
I was so confused for so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, my sister, my blood, the only Annie,
wow,
Apple, Abidiakon, Quinconsian, Bidiakon, A4. She's A4. She's born on Friday.
Your name is that long?
I just added an extra name to it. Annie's here because I was gonna get into sports, but Annie, my nephew is an athlete. Shout out to Eli Apple. Shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals. They are 4-2.
4-2.
By the time right this moment, they're having a great season. Their defense is amazing, and he's part of that defense. So shout out to my nephew.
Apple.
Eli Apple, if you're not...
I went to the first game, and those guys were relentless. They just refused to lose, and they know how to win. So, it's great to be... I think sports is all about team, right? Because it's just getting with that right team that you fit in perfectly to win, right? Annie?
Hi, Eli. Mom loves you.
Eli, are you listening to us? You think he is?
No, he's getting ready for Lamar Jackson because, on the 24th of October, they do play the Ravens. So, yeah, we're going to be busy with that. But I believe we can win it.
Of course. They should have won. They should have beat Green Bay.
Oh, my God. I was at that game. It was so...
How nerve-wracking was that?
Like the 4 missed... It was insanity. I was proud of their defense, but it was just one of those things where... It was crazy, but the good thing is we were able to contain Aaron Rodgers for most of it. And so whenever you take the ball out of his hands and put it in the, the kicker's hand, you're winning. But unfortunately, the scoreboard said differently. But anyway, put that behind us, beat Detroit. Now we're Ravens ahead. So
Yes. Shout out to them.
Yes.
I'm glad he found a team that he fits in perfectly. The team, great, everything. Team just amazing chemistry.
well, Eli's a hard worker. He's a hard worker, and he's one of the most emotionally resilient people I know. My son is the most unbothered human ever. He is chill.
How
On
about
his-
your brother, Michael Blackson?
Well, we're gonna get to me first. Let's
No,
stick
but
with
Eli,
sports.
Eli, you have to have a certain personality to be a professional athlete in American culture.
Oh.
And you have to be one of those people who really know who you are. So your identity is not based on perceptions and affection, right? I always say if you live by the approval of others, you die by their rejection. So it's a matter of knowing who you are and being solid with that and knowing that you have people in your life that really are invested in your well-being and in your growth. And once you have that, what everybody else says and things, the mofos ain't doing nothing but scratching their balls on game day while you're out there earning a check. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see that a lot in the bench warmers,
What?
scratching the balls.
No, I'm talking about guys who are on social media, not doing anything, but have everything to say about what somebody else is doing.
Oh,
living
yeah.
their grandmama's business, living in their grandma's basement, $43 short rent every month. But they have a lot to say about what pro athletes are doing.
Talk about pro athlete. Let's let part of my nigga news. Shout out to my nigga Kyrie Irving. So people are saying Kyrie is the new Colin Kaepernick, except Kaepernick took a knee and Kyrie taking a huge pay cut. He's gonna lose all this money because he don't want to take the shot. How you feel about that whole?
Yeah.
I personally, I love Kyrie. I love him as a person. Do I agree with his stance? I think each person can decide what they want to do. That's great. But we are in a whole pandemic. I know we have forgotten that, but we are in a pandemic. And I remember when the pandemic first hit, we all were praying to God for a vaccine. Now we get a vaccine and everybody's like, I don't know. But the thing is, it's the misinformation because the people who are dying at a higher rate from COVID are Black and brown people. So it's not a personal choice. Americans, we always talk about personal freedom. But when you get on an airplane and that seatbelt light come on, you got to sit your ass down. You can't be like, am I right?
Oh,
Because
you're
what?
right.
Public safety has to trump personal choice. That's the price we pay for being citizens of a country, is to be able to think about others. So I think it's very important. The vaccine is safe. I've gotten mine, and I recommend that people, if you can get it, if your doctors say you're fine to get it, get it. But I think everybody needs to cut Kyrie slack because I always say that, when your teeth messed up, you don't go to your mechanic, right? So you go to the dentist. So we need to stop
Or
going
except for
to.
Chinese best friend.
Yeah,
We
I
need to
went to
stop.
mechanic.
We need to stop. I
Got
don't
some
go
pliers.
comedians for public policy issues. I don't go to athletes for public health issues. There are people in your community who are well qualified. Listen to them. I don't get mad at Kyrie because his choices right now don't affect me. He's not a policymaker. So stop ragging on him and go talk to your congressman or woman.
Yeah, Charles Barkley. Stop talking about him.
God, I can't stand Charles. But go ahead.
So he's so he wouldn't take this shot, and then Ben didn't take no shots at the playoffs last year.
Y'all leave Ben Simmons alone, please. Leave him alone.
Why leave him alone?
Leave him alone.
Yeah, Mike, I heard he
Leave him
got
alone.
suspended.
But let me he's messing with billionaires' money. Okay, that's one
you're
people you gotta
right.
be scared of is billionaires. You don't mess with rich people money because they know how to play the games too.
But you know what it is? Why is it that whenever things go on, I don't know, I watch this in American culture and I've been part of, the news business for a long time and I've been part of the sports world. People always be the poorest people, always siding with the billionaires and the management. It's like we love oppression. Please oppress us. Hey, oppressor, we will be your oppressee. It's just like, this is a management decision.
$30 million a year. He ain't no. He's rich too. Okay.
Okay,
He ain't no-
but he's not a billionaire. I think what people need to realize is that we all know that he's not happy there. And they trashed him in the media. They trashed him in his team. So he wants to go somewhere else. But they're on the hook for 4 years of his contract. Money, and I know I've seen this everywhere. People say, well, he's getting paid this. If money could buy happiness, we all be robbing banks, right? The thing is, sometimes when you are not happy, your soul can't be bought. If he's not happy, they're finding a way. Let's everybody cut their losses and move forward. But there's nothing in the world worse than being in a place around people and stuff that is killing your soul.
Is he gonna be willing? Will he be willing to take any loss in the money? No, he's not.
No, he shouldn't have to. See, there we go. We always think that the player has to be. You see, in the NFL, of course, we don't have guaranteed contract, right? NFL contracts are written on the beach sand on a windy day. That shit just blows. But with NBA, his money is guaranteed, so they have to pay him that money.
Whoa.
So now what they do is they sully your name in the media. They throw dirt on you to try to make you the bad guy. But, he's standing his ground. He's like, this relationship and its management, it's not his teammates. He's never had an issue with his teammates. His teammates don't have an issue with him. It's poor leadership. And there's difference between management and leadership. And the Sixers are failing in the leadership department.
What? Hold up. Joel Embiid just said...
I know that your boy owns the team or whatever. Who cares what Joel Embiid is saying? This is my issue with what Joel Embiid said today. I don't care about that man. My issue is when athletes stand up there and make a very public... They make a business decision publicly. If you have an issue with him, go tell your group chat. Go tell your pet. Talk to your dog, your partner, your woman, your whatever. But you can't go and say, I have issue with him. So this has nothing to do with you. This is a business decision. This is a management issue. This is between the Sixers management and Ben. And if they can't work it out, let him go. Take your loss because you can't trade him now because you trashed him.
They have to pay him the full amount.
Basketball.
They got to pay him his money. They're going to try
to
to suspend him or conduct detrimental. That's what they do when they want to.
Eventually, they're probably just going to have him take half the money to own him.
You can't do that. They're going to have to pay him his money.
I'm saying, what if he agrees to that to get the hell out of here?
Well, I think that's what it is. It's like, I don't know if anybody's seen the movie War of the Roses, but two people who need to not be together, trying to be together because they don't want to let the house or whatever going. So you're killing
That's
each
Michael
other.
Douglas and what's her name? And
Kathleen Turner.
Somebody end up getting hanged up on the ceiling.
I saw it during the pandemic again. It was so sad. But it's like you have to do what's good for your soul. So I wish Ben well. Ben, I wish you well, baby. Keep your head up. He's 25 years old. He will grow.
Oh, my God. 25 years old?
I was a father at 25. Dude, I'm not making no excuses for him.
Oh, yeah, but
here's my thing. As a fan of the game and the Sixers, so these 5 starters play at a time. It's not football where it's 11 guys. 5. Every person's job matters. So if we all getting paid $20, $30 million a year, you're not doing your job as a team member. Man, what are you doing? We have rights to have issues with each other. There's only 5 of us. We're trying to get this championship. These people paying us good money. They brought us together to do the things right. My personal opinion is, at the end of the season, when he pretty much ended our season.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. If it takes 5 people, how is one person ending your season?
25%. That's a lot.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a team sport. At the end of the day, it's a team sport because we can all point out some games where other guys.
If I pass you the ball, you put the shooter and you pass it back. You shoot the ball. You didn't do your job. My thing, he should apologize about the terrible season he giving us, and you dealing with Philadelphia. Philadelphia is no joke. We are about hearts.
My concern is that with all these sources coming out against Ben, there's millions of sources. Who's watching the Liberty Bell? Somebody to keep an eye on the Liberty Bell because I think they're going to blame him for another crack in it. This relationship is not working. It's never worked. Right? So you cut your losses. I think demonizing him in the media is a strategy I've seen a lot of teams do repeatedly. We all know the media is in bed with management, as we found out with Adam Schefter, pretty much doing player negotiation, and CBA sending his article to a racist Bruce Allen. Hey, can you review this? We see how the game is played. Let's wish the young men well and everybody cut their losses. I can't talk about Ben anymore.
All right. Enough of Ben.
Yes.
Ben,
let's get to dark skin issues.
Can we talk about Ben Affleck in his new movie? I'm just joking.
No, let's
That's
not.
A hard one.
How about All About Benjamins? That's a good movie.
All About the Benjamins. That's a song, Michael Blackson. Tupac
that's
sings
also a movie starring Mike Epps and Ice Cube.
Was it All About the Benjamin? Was it
All About the Benjamins?
I get it mixed up with the presidents.
All right.
Dead
well,
presidents.
enough of sports. Shit. I mean, we definitely. He's not an athlete. He definitely built like a.
Go Bengals.
He used to be an athlete, Mike. Used to play basketball
He's
for Van
had
Nuys
athletic
High School.
dreams.
From who?
Van Nuys High School. We were champions. I shoot better free throws than Ben Simmons.
Yeah. There will be no Ben Simmons trashing on here. I'm not trashing any Ben Simmons on here. But I played basketball in high school too.
Oh, cool.
John Bartram High School. I did.
Do you play better than him? Cause
Michael was not athletic at all.
Yeah.
I used to go watch him
Michael was
play.
not athletic. I don't even think Mike ever went to gym class. Did you ever go to gym class?
I passed
You
gym.
did go to gym class. I remember your legs were always ashy.
Right, I had these little
His legs were always ashy.
I had these tan shorts that I wore in gym class. I remember that.
His knees look like he'd been walking in flour. Like, seriously, he was always ashy. And it's really unheard of for Africans because we're very moisturized.
Yeah.
But Michael's skin was always dry in gym. Yeah, so you did take gym.
You didn't share the
She used to
I
play
played basketball. I
Yeah,
did.
I remember
did.
just this really short girl running up the court. Nobody passed her the
I
ball.
was a point guard. I was
No
a point guard.
You know what? They pointed her like, yo, time for you to get out the game. That's the only time she got pointed.
I was a point guard.
Point her, get out.
No, I was a
And
point guard, but the problem was sophomore year, I guess I got knocked up and they wouldn't let me play pregnant. So, which I don't
You
understand.
got knocked up
because
in high school?
It's a long story. Yeah, I was such a trendsetter. Like, I totally
Wow.
was the first kid. And like, I was in the honors class because I was like the only one to ever get pregnant. So I just want to say, before Angelina Jolie started getting little black babies, I did it first. So I am like the trendsetter. I was first
Wow.
one to have a black baby on my hip. Yes.
My mom had a baby at the age of 14.
But your
She had a
mom,
black baby?
she didn't have a black baby
oh,
though.
yeah, she didn't have a black baby.
She didn't have a black
didn't?
baby. She did.
didn't, yeah.
What kind of baby she
But
had?
Angelina Jolie did
Chinese
tell
Michael
Asian
Blackson.
babies too. So we were both
Yeah.
like Angelina Jolie's, like we beat her to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but I did play sports. I did play.
Well, I mean, when I was in Africa, I played soccer as a kid.
Everybody in Africa plays soccer.
Yeah. We used to play, you know what, we were so poor, we didn't have like soccer ball. We used to play, what we play with, man?
Wait, let's say this. I don't believe we weren't poor, right?
Okay,
Because
what
my
was it?
mom always says poverty is not about what you don't have, it's what you don't know you have. So
Oh,
we
you're
may
right.
not have as much money or whatever, but we were very much loved. We were very
Yeah.
much sufficient. We got up every day. We had food. We had a roof over our head.
Yes.
Water. We were very cleaned.
It
Michael was
poor
always
as shit.
ash.
We used to play
Yeah.
soccer with grapefruit, motherfucker.
Oh, grapefruit?
And we'll play to the grapefruit bus and then we'll get a new grapefruit.
There's no coconut there?
The
It's
fuck you, that
hard.
hurts,
You-
motherfucker.
Oh, yeah,
we're
you're
barefoot.
right.
You can't play.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're right.
sao. Ah.
Yeah. You put,
You was born in Philippines, right?
yeah, but we didn't.
But they were rich. You
we
were.
didn't play.
You were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we were okay.
What's
but
okay?
We were just running around throwing rocks at each other, I think.
Oh
So,
wow,
yeah, it was-
that's a character
nothing fun.
builder.
That
Yeah.
explains a lot that's going on with you.
yeah, I got a rockhead. Yeah. So you guys argue a lot about sports and
Oh my
media
God!
and-
You know, when I was a kid, I still got this fucking. Do you remember hitting me in the fucking head
Oh my
with the
God.
frying pan?
I don't even know what Michael's talking
You
about.
hit him with a frying
A
pan?
fry-
Michael
Look, man.
always.
Wow.
Michael always. He has these dreams.
Can you do the
He was
replay?
always a.
We
I
have a-
had a fight with him. My sister, she hit me with a frying pan. The fucking hickey is still there.
shit.
I do not. I
30
do not recall. I
This
might
shit is
run for
like
Senate one
30
day, so I
years
will not
old.
have this tarnished
Yeah.
in my record.
Look,
That
gotta
never
be right.
happened.
you know, Ryder, you felt my hickey, right?
that
He must have pissed.
no, that's from one of his ex girlfriends. Don't even bring that up here.
Forever, you scarred me, nigga.
He must have
That's
pissed you off a
not-
lot. Huh?
No,
She was
no.
a fighter in high school.
Oh.
That was
Any-
not
well,
true.
eighth
That's
grade-
not true.
You was
That's
fighting.
not true. That's not true.
Sorry,
First
talk
of
about
all,
eighth grade, and you get
Well, how
no.
many age
That's not.
difference
That's
is this?
not. That's not true. Michael is technically older than our mother, so I don't know what he's talking about. First of all, I came to America with my mom first. Mike came like 3 years later.
Oh.
So, and I remember when he came. So we were close in age, probably like 2 years, whatever, apart. He is older. Yes.
She's older than all of
He's
us.
No, he's older than my
She's
mom.
She's older
My
than
mom
my
is
father.
the first. No, he's
She and
definitely
my
older.
dad the same age.
So, yeah, I mean, we grew up, of course, Newark, New Jersey, and a funny story.
Well, that's first, our first. What?
We were funny before we got to Philadelphia, right? My mom had to. Well, first of all, had to work. So we can save enough money to be able to move to Philadelphia and get our own place. Because before then, we were lived in like people's basement, different stuff. And a friend of my mom, who was a renowned pastor, the late
Brian?
Reverend Lee.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah, Reverend Lee. And it was in the 80s where homelessness was starting to go on the rise, but a lot of churches weren't doing anything about it. So he left the church. He was this popular church, and he bought this house in North Newark and converted it into a shelter home. So homeless people. So we lived there, right? Because my mom had to like save money. It's hard to save money so we could buy our own place. But I remember Mike and I were so like ashamed, like because we lived in this shelter home with like the most random people. Like we had like these two old men who like still thought it was the 50s and black folks weren't free. We had Miss June who had like mental health issue. She walked around with like lipstick bright because she was a beauty queen back in her day. But that day passed like 50 years before, but she was still very present there. So it was like all these eclectic characters all around us. So I remember there were kids who went to Broadway Junior High, or I used to go to the other school. They lived across the street. So Mike and I, we would literally wait until all the kids that gone to school, then would try to like sneak out, and
so
the kids
they don't see us come out the shelter home.
So one day they're like, "Oh, do you live there?" Like, "Oh no." But what was funny was, of course, we're Africans, and everybody knows rice is king. And my mom, one of the things we had in our room was a rice cooker. And there was rules where you weren't allowed to cook in your room, but we didn't really like a lot of the foods that were cooked. So one day the security guard came knocking on our door, and he was like, "Y'all in here cooking?" We were like, "No." And then all of a sudden the steamer from the rice cooker came up behind us. We're like, "No, we're not cooking." They're like, "What is that?"
There's a smoke coming from behind your head. Because we're supposed to eat the fucking shelter home food.
I know. Yeah? So they took our rice cooker.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry, that's taking me back. I'm very triggered right now.
I would cry too if somebody takes my rice cooker.
They took our rice cooker. It was very traumatic. But
then we still graduated. I mean, we still did well, and
we did.
You went to Broadway Junior High as well, right?
No. Because remember, you were a couple of years ahead of me.
Oh,
we didn't move to Philly until my freshman year of high school.
Oh, okay.
We moved to Philadelphia my freshman years of high school.
And I was a junior.
And Philadelphia was a good move for us. But shout out to us, because what we used to do, remember we used to work for Raheem? Mike and I, to help my mom out, there was this guy who had this van, and he would put, nowadays would look real suspect, but he used to put these kids in it, these little black kids, and would drive us to the suburbs to sell candy.
To the rich white people.
To the rich white people. So what was so funny was that he was so skilled at teaching us, we had to come back for everything. So if you're not going to do, somebody's like, "No, I can't buy your thing because I'm diabetic," but you will be helping the kids in the community. If somebody said, "Oh, I'm low income," then we had to come back for everything. And we were like,
just to
master
sell a $3 candy.
Wow. We used to do well, and we used to bring the money home to my mom. Yeah.
Wow. We'll give her like half the money. So we get like these candies, we sell them for like $3, and out of every $3 we get 75 cents out of each one.
Yeah.
So we'll make about $50 to $75 a week, and we have the money to our mom, and we save the other half. And as I was able to save school money to go shopping for school.
School clothes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that's how you fund all those nice outfits and necklaces.
No, but let me tell you, Michael at that time, because in Africa, like we newly from African country, we don't really care about name brand as long as it was new. So Mike would go, we'll buy our meat, our groceries, and sneakers, all in the same aisle. So Michael would like come to school and be feeling good about himself because it's like, "Oh, it's new," but like, what the hell is Bobos? What is new?
Bobos. They make your feet feel fine. Bobos. They cost $1.99. Bobos. I forgot the rest of that Bobos song. Everybody that ever wore Bobos know.
Yeah, no.
You won't know about that. You
is
always
that
wore,
the Payless?
Well, like any kind of no-name sneakers.
shoes.
Oh, no
Bobos.
name, yeah.
Like Star Trek or Trekkie.
Trek.
In action.
Yeah,
I had a pair of sneakers that was called In Action. It cost my mom $9.99. Actually, it was $9.99. She got it right next to the chicken.
But remember that time, this is a true story. Remember that time we asked our mother for a television. We're living in like sister artist's basement or whatever. We asked her for a TV. It's like, "Mom, it would really be nice to have a TV, want a TV." So my mom all of a sudden comes home. I don't know how she got this thing in the house, but bought the biggest Bible she could find and said, "There's your TV. It has comedy, it has drama, it has everything."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, my mother's an
brought the
evangelist. She just all she wants just God in us. I'm like, "Mom, we know God personally now."
I was like, "How did you get that TV? How did you get that Bible home? Like the thing was bigger as this table." She's like, "That's your TV." So we never asked for TV again.
Oh, you remember whose basement we lived in, or whenever they flushed the toilet?
The artist in basement. That was the only one.
Okay.
Yes. Whenever she would flush the toilet, we were like, "Bring the bleach.
Yeah, we lived in somebody's basement, so whenever they flush the toilet, it's like you get to smell all the doo-doo, or sometimes they leave. And then we went then when we got our own place, when Mommy came back
in Philly.
Before Philly, we was in like Oranges.
We lived with the Morrison. Then. It was a Morrison.
Now before the Morrison, we had our own place. We rented our attic. You forgot. That was in East Orange, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Philly. We finally got our own place.
Yeah.
a real home. I got my own bedroom for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 3-bedroom. We had a 3-bedroom row house.
Yes.
My mother paying $300 a month.
Wow.
That's why I moved to Philly. It was
That's
so much
pretty
cheaper.
good.
Yeah.
Philly was much cheaper. So Philly definitely was the best thing that happened to us because Philly, you know, we got to Philly. It was so different. You could get a job right away. I went to Domino's Pizza, got a job immediately.
Yeah.
In Jersey, it was so hard to get a job. Having a job at McDonald's was good. That's how hard it was. Like you couldn't even get a job at McDonald's when I was a kid back in the day.
Oh, it's overpopulated at that time.
Not that it was hard to get a job.
Remember
They
one
like-
of my mom's jobs though was McDonald's. Remember she used to bring fish fillet. We had all that free fish fillet stuff.
All this, we used to eat all the burgers. My mom bring out
Yeah.
and we'll freeze them up and eat them the next day.
Oh.
And them, I think it's illegal because I think they throw them things away every day.
And my
we
mom didn't
freeze.
like throwing away food.
My mom never threw away food, man.
Mike,
Yeah. But you know what? It's so funny when you brought up music. I thought of when we were in North Newark and Michael. You guys don't know, but Michael's first movie was Lean on Me. By the way,
was an
lean on
extra.
me.
he was an extra
I
in
seen
there.
that one.
He's the guy with the high top fade in the Boston Celtics
In the courthouse.
jacket. Yeah, outside the courthouse.
Yeah.
It was so funny because he came home. He was like, "I'm going to be in a movie." I'm like, "No, you're not." He's like, "Yeah." I said, "What are your lines?" I said, "Tell me your line." He's like, "Free Mr. Clark." Free
And
Mr.
then that's
Clark.
when you hit him with
Free
a
Mr.
pot in the
Clark.
pan.
No. And then I was like,
fuck
"No,
up.
you have to." He had two
Sleepy.
lines. He was like, "It was free Mr. Clark." Free Mr. Clark. Then it was oh, that was his line.
No.
Oh, yeah, they gave
That's
you extra
every,
lines.
Yeah, every extra had to say that. What's up, Modasuckas? This is your African king of comedy, Michael Blackson. Stop what you are doing right now and go find the MODASUCKA Podcast with me, Michael Blackson, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe. It's free, so go do it right now. And don't forget to catch a new episode every Tuesday.